Serve and Charm. We've got Carnage in the red, Gladiators in the blue, but what a match we have on our hands, and it's Charm trying to keep the attack alive momentarily. Vector is going to get a touch, he's going to play it up the side, leave it for Friday, he's going to have the early shot, plays it off the upright, but Vector's going to be there! And you're seeing the OGs turn up when needed, fighting Vector, long-standing players at the RSC. And they're showing exactly why they earned their spot in this Master tier.
13 seconds in, that is all it takes. Just a little pass from Friday. Maybe it was a shot, but either way, Vector was there to clean and finish it up. But it now is time for the opposition Carnage to find an answer back. Are they going to find this equalizer soon, or is it going to be the Gladiators looking to extend this lead that they have found comfortable so far? Either way, it's going to be a tough challenge for either side, as we have commented how strong both of these rosters are.
It really is. One goal in those 30 seconds. It's a lovely cushion to have as Gans looks to make it a second. Serve wise to that shot though. Vector trying to keep the attack alive, unable to do so. Serve again going to pop it above his own crossbar. Cans knocking into the centre. Former major player as well, stepping it up where need be, looking for Vector again, and it is Gladiators who are storming their way into the lead. It hasn't been a minute yet, but they are looking strong and comfortable. This side of Gladiators definitely finding their footing early on here, but you cannot count the decimation of Carnage out whatsoever.
Yeah, Vector having a great first minute alongside with Friday with the 2 assists. Lovely Clans, you know, not even needing to do anything at this point so far. Carnage maybe struggling to find their foot in this game, not even finding a shot yet. Serve the only player to even be above double-digit points. Charm and Strafe not really finding any interaction with the ball at the moment.
Very difficult indeed, but I think against a team like Carnage, who've had such a dominant run so far this season, you really have to keep the possession on your own side. Serve having a little bit of opportunity here. A great fake, going to play it under. Cans playing so patiently, and unfortunately Strafe's going to be there to put it in. Cans and Vector really caught out in a difficult place. Vector known for his defense, but Serve being such a nuisance, and I have to say Strafe did a beautiful job of finishing that, but Serve again, what a way to step it up. A complete breakdown of the defense, and that I think is the lethality of this Carnage roster. All of these players can really step it up and actually do a 1v3 sort of play. The Serve now looking to make it a second, and he does so, and just like that, but the script has been flipped.
I mean, this is the exact reason why we say both of these teams are so good. You know, Gladiators come out swinging in that first minute, but Carnage, well, Serve and Strafe just answering back within a minute of their own. They've had a minute each to find their 2 goals, and they've now just got over 3 minutes left on the clock to see who can hold that lead or even get to that lead first. And we're still waiting to see Charm and Lovely Cans, for both sides to, you know, try step in for a play here.
Indeed. As Vector now puts it off that side wall, gets a demo even. Charm trying to keep the attack alive. Vector's going to be there. Try to find the clearance. Cans eventually is going to do so. Vector's going to go up for the challenge. Pass it back to Friday. Friday's there for the shot, but wasn't able to do so. Charm is going to be up, plays it around 1, looking for the second touch, but Vector's rotations are clean. The Serve now puts it off the backboard. Friday can't get his touch, but Cans can. He's going to look for Vector. Vector can't find the second pass, unfortunately. So the link wasn't able to be finished. Serve now looking to put it forward, looking for the double tap. Can he find it? No, he can't. Leaves it for Strafe, who's going to put the shot high. Lovely Cans is able to find the clearance eventually. But Carnage starting to really turn up the heat a little bit. But good defense and good rotations from both sides, making it incredibly difficult to go forward.
Yeah, they're making the possession be very hard to take over, as we've only seen 1 save from each side, so every shot is well earned from the respective teams. No one really giving up that possession in their own half, and it's just finding that mid-ground to, you know, create that play. We've seen it from Vector and Friday, and also seen it from Serve and Strafe. It's just, you know, can we see that again? We're just under 2 minutes left on the clock. Just to think, this is only game number 1. Game number 1s are normally your lowest level of play. Not bad play of Rocket League, but the lowest. So just to think what the future games could bring, but Serve finding that goal lead for Carnage.
What a start. What a way to play, even. Not a start. What a way to open the game up from Serve. finding the gap in a very, very defensively minded side such as that, putting it to 3-2 with 1:39 left on the clock. And as you said, the game one's often the slowest, but we've seen everything but slow right now as Friday trying to force it through Charm, and Vector's going to be able to clean it up. Nothing you really can do there if you are on the side of Carnage. Friday did just buy so much time, forcing 50s onto Charm, and Vector was the first player to that ball, and it's going to be 3 apiece. So this battle is nothing but close, everything but close.
Yeah, the battle's so back and forth, and you know, Vector's goals, they may not be flashy, but it's all Friday getting those good touches, getting those blocks, and it's Vector being in the right position at the right time. It's just showing the chemistry between these two players and showing their comms of how fluent and consistent they are. They know where each other are, and they're just finding these plays, you know, just a little simple tap of the ball. That's all you need sometimes to find that goal.
All you need. A good job from Serve to set it up. Lovely Cans doesn't get the best of the first touches. He's able to find the second, but Charm is able to find the angle even better. And just like that, it is back to Carnage in the lead. They are the #1 team for a reason, and they're able just to find these nooks and crannies in the defense of every single opponent. And that's putting them into that lead with a minute left in the clock. But if this game is anything that we can go by, this will change in an instant. Vector pushing forward here, going to play into the corner, does challenge Serve. This Lovely Cat is going to go up, does put it a bit wide and high, but Serve's touching is going to be able to get there. Vector's going to be furthest pushed up, looking for Friday in the centre. Being able to find it in Charm. Eventually going to link up with Serve to find that clearance.
Serve, who's interacted with all 4 goals for the Carnage side. Vector and Friday being in all of their goals as well with their passing plays. Lovely Cans now with the 50 with 0 boost. It could be a play here for Vector, the open net, and he's going to find it. We talked about it earlier, Hob. You know, Vector, he's always in the right position at the right time.
Really, really is. Great job from Vector. Very smart player. Uses his mind to an incredible degree. And subsequently is given that equaliser back to put this Gladiators roster in chance to take this first game, potentially. Charm is there, doesn't get any touch to it. Friday's going to set things up, look for the bump. Unfortunately, neither of his teammates there to capitalise on this. Charm going to go right back down the other end of the field. Good defence coming out from the side of Gladiators to keep that alive. But Serve's going to go back onto the offence. Bit of an air dribble attempt here, and he does so beautifully. Dove dishing up a platter of absolute excellence with that air dribble. Sets it up, forces the dunk onto Friday, and nothing that Friday could do but to really enjoy his weekend as he was sent straight off. And that goal is going to fall in Carnage's lap with 30 seconds in to go left of this game. Carnage looking to take this game #1. Hasn't been anything, you know, it's been a battle for them. Lovely Cans trying to open up some space. A good touch into that corner, but they have to keep the ball up now. The ball is going to be killed by Charm, and that's going to be Carnage taking game #1 after a very hot start from Gladiators, but they weren't able to shut this formidable side out.
Yeah, that was a very strong game, #1. And talk about strong. Serve, 3 goals, 2 assists, and a save with those 6 shots, keeping that pressure going. And then Vector with those 4 goals with 4 shots, and also Friday, you know, getting those 3 assists. You know, I mean, every player came out to play here, and even Lovely Cans and Charm, you know, they played their part. Also Strafe, and I mean, what a game #1 this has been. Gladiators coming out so strong in that first minute, but Carnage, being the top team they are, they answered back in that second minute, and you know, they went all the way through with it, and we only just got that game 1 win, nearly going into that overtime.
Yeah, they did a really good job, I think. I think the Carnage side would be happy with their bounce back. I think Gladiators will be kicking themselves a little bit. It was a prime opportunity to take this first game of the series against Carnage, that #1 team, you know, to put them in a position to take the series and, you know, give them momentum on their side. But they really threw that away after, I think, you know, as the second half hit, Carnage found their momentum. Gladiators gave them way too much space, and you know, a team with this level of mechanics and ability, giving them space is the last thing you want to do. But we are getting into game #2. Lovely Cans Charm going for that kickoff. Friday is going to try and push it on, but again, it's the speed from this Carnage side which have opened up this initial attack.
So I've got a great touch there. It will be a shot from Charm, but it is going to be saved from Friday. Not going to let that one go in for the 1-goal lead from the Carnage side. Last game we had a goal in 13 seconds. Already not going to happen in this game. Both teams probably really warmed up now after that game #1. Probably got an idea of how the opposition plays, and it's now, how do you answer that? How do you improve your gameplay and how do you crack the opposition's defense. Now, we saw from the stats, for Gladiators, it's demos, but for the Carnage side, it's strong defense.
It really is. Strong defense maketh man in these games. Vector trying to make something happen, but Charm's going to meet him. Serve looking for the cherry picker, unable to find it. Unfortunately, his Cans now caught back in his own line. Friday eventually going to link up, or try to link up with Vector for the clearance. Doesn't transpire into anything as Cans just gets the touch off the side there. Vector's just going to be backing up, leaving the ball for his teammate. And he's actually going to take it himself with a 100 boost. A good smart play from him. Tried to get the dunk, unable to do so. His Strafe's touch was way too effective. Strafe now once again with the ball pass over to Charm, who's going to knock it off the side. With a much slower starting game from both these teams. Neither of them able to find the back of the net yet. Can't have to get the touch away, but Carnage starting to look threatening. As they're putting it off the backboard, does serve. Charm comes in to play off the backboard once again, but Friday handles that nicely. The clearance eventually coming in. That's going to, quell the attack momentarily. Can's trying to open things up for the side of Gladiators, but his touch a little bit too high, a little bit wide. The serve's going to maybe cut that midfield apart, but the shot just a bit off for him. And that's given an opportunity for Vet to go right back down the field. Play off the backboard. The demo comes in by Lovely Cans, but serve wise to the touches, is able to find that clearance, but it's still Gladiators on the offense. Can they find anything?
Oh, they're finding those demos, but it will be served that in a 1v1. We'll get the block, but it will fall to that corner. Carnage showing so much aggression, but I mean, Lovely Cans has a different sort of aggression with that demo. Within the last 15 seconds, we saw 3 demos from the Gladiators, but just not quite finding a shot coming from it. Could be from Lovely Cans, but it's going to be cleared out from Serve. And Carnage, they put so much pressure on this Gladiator side. I mean, Gladiators done a great job defending it, but at this point, they need to calm down a little bit to convert and get those passing plays back on the game.
Completely agree with you. Only 2 shots for Gladiators to the 5 of Carnage. The scoreline is 0-0 at the halfway marker. Friday is going to be able to find that clearance, trying to look for Vector, unable to find him as it's cut out by Serve. He's going to put it straight back into that corner. Good bump from Friday to mitigate the follow-up touch. The Cans caught, though, out of position. Charm did have a shot, but Vector was able to get back to it. Serve now trying to keep the attack alive, looking for Strafe to find the redirect. Kans's touch is a bit dangerous. Friday and Vector both jump for it. Fortunately, Friday able to mitigate any sort of danger. Is now a great dunk from Strafe, is going to open things up momentarily. Charm now going up on that sidewall, looking to pop it off the backboard. Friday is going to be there. It's still 0-0, but Carnage really burning up the pressure. Seems like only a matter of time until the goals goes in. As Strafe trying to do something of his own, but it's still Gladiators defending like their life depends on it, really making it incredibly difficult for Carnage to do anything. It's very, very impressive to see.
Yeah, Carnage are definitely winning the possession game right now. I don't think we've barely seen the ball even fall into the Carnage half, maybe every now and then, but Gladiators doing a great job to survive, but it is getting a little bit scrappy, and eventually it will go off the post, but it does get saved. Serve now not be able to find the finish. I was going to comment how eventually, surely Carnage find a goal after this hesitant defense from the Gladiator side. It may be working for now, but how long will it work?
Exactly, how long will it work for? It seems somehow this side of Gladiators still are collecting boosts, still have boost out of nowhere, but Serve with the flip reset eventually is going to be the opening goal of this game with only 51 seconds remaining. The side of Carnage had to produce some magic, and it came in the form of Serve's flip reset. A great flip reset it was indeed. I mean, you expect these level of mechanics at this level. It was a great finish, but Carnage now leads with under a minute left for the side of Gladiators to do anything, and they have barely left their half this game.
Yeah, we've gone from a 9-goal game only into 1 so far with just under 40 seconds left on the clock, and it's all up to Gladiators if they want to bring this one back. They have the capability to do it, they've got the skill level, but can they bring it out when it is most needed against a side like Carnage? The demo players will start a shot from Friday. It could be an opportunity, but it's kind of saved out from
How has
Charm.
Charm got back to that? He was so out of position.
He's just speedy. There's just some things we don't know, Hop. They've got like secrets that they just don't want to tell us.
I swear to God. They've got some sort of high, Rocket League, like, cults going on here. And, they're not letting any of our scrubs into it. As Lovely Cans now trying to make something happen, but that ball will be killed. No, it won't. It's a good, favourable bounce for the side of Gladiators. Are they able to keep it up? No, they're not, as Friday and Vector commit together A mistake that has cost them game number 2. All the Gladiators can wish for now and play for is that draw. Carnage looking to take the series, but it has been one hell of a battle. Back and forth, but a back and forth.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a great first 2 games, and, you know, by a little bit, you got to feel kind of, you know, a little bit bad for Gladiators. You know, they are so close, losing both games by 1 goal. You know, they are proving they can handle a team like Carnage, but they just can't close the games out, and Carnage just proving, you know, why they're at the top. You know, even if a team is showing such great, you know, skill level and such competition, they're the ones who take the win because they know what needs to be done, and that's exactly how they do it. They get it done, even if it's a 1-goal game that we just saw. It's Serve who bring it out. They just know, you know, all it takes is maybe a solo play or cheeky team play, but Carnage just showing why they're at the top. But Gladiators, they're putting up a really good fight, and they're really looking good to take game 3 and 4.
They really are, and their defense has been, I think, the thing that stands out more than anything. The ability to really hold off this Carnage roster for pretty much the whole game in that game number 2. But now Friday looking to put a goal on his name. They haven't scored, obviously, they didn't score in the whole of that previous matchup, but the asphyxiation coming out from Carnage as they get offensive is very, truly impressive. It's all about whether the side of Gladiators find any sort of remnants to breathe and formulate attacks of their own, as it is still Gladiators with that pressure. Consistent now, but Strafe able to cut that out. Serve with looking for the pass to Charm. It's a bit hard of a pass to didn't give Charm much time to get up to it, and the clearance is going to eventually come in. Straife's going to send it right back down the other end of the field, but Friday's there to find the cut. Just a bit wide the shot is. Serve was there to find the block of his own. Inspector's looking to pass over to Lovely Cans, who puts the shot on early. Strafe has to turn and pass, but an own goal by Serve. Maybe what this side of Gladiators needs.
I mean, that was a great pass from to the infield and to Friday, but Serve, I don't think he expected it to just land there. It's so unfortunate, but that is the goal that Gladiators need. I mean, it was deserved. They did get 2 really nice passes there. And, you know, with this 1-goal lead, it's up to them, you know, can they carry this momentum? But it's definitely going to favour for them because they do need this. They do need to take the lead to at least, you know, have that chance to take a game off Carnage.
Charm now trying to have an absolute no to it, trying to find the cheeky angle and double tap, and eventually Strafe's going to knock it in, but just like that, but as we thought the side of Gladiators had a foothold in this game, Carnage answered back really quickly. Maybe Gladiators at one moment lapsing in their concentration after that goal has costed them dearly, as we're back to the 1-1 stalemate factor. We've seen it before. You can never ever count Carnage out. They're looking to really press it into the 3-game lead. 3 minutes and 40 seconds left on the clock. It's anybody's game.
Anybody's game indeed. Carnage only gave Gladiators a few seconds of victory. Will be served now. Trying to convert onto the counter. We'll find that demo. Could be an opportunity now. Strafe with the infield pass to Charm, but it will be cleared out from Lovely Cans. Friday now pops up with that first touch. Looking to follow through, but it is going to be cleared out from the Carnage side. Could be a passing play here. Strafe with the shot. What a pass.
What a pass that was. I was curious to see if Strafe free jump. No, he didn't, but what a pass it was. And Strafe in acres of space, slotting that in. 2-1. I think it's one, you know, some of the first aerial passing play we've seen in this series. You kind of expect more at this level, but on the side of Carnage, you know, got it in their locker and they're proving exactly that. An awkward bounce could give Lovely Cans a shot. He does put it on, but it's off target. Vector's going to be there, but clearance comes in. The side of Gladiators unable to capitalise on a prime opportunity to take it to a 2-all game. Carnage dodging a bullet there. Strafe missing the touch. Friday has the opportunity, puts it across the field. A great touch from Serve to play away from Vector's trajectory. Right now, Carnage, they're getting away with murder.
This is bringing back the game 1 vibes. You know, we saw goal after goal, and in this game is shot after shot, and I mean luck after luck at this point in the Carnage defense. Like, we know it's strong, but this game, you start the question that Gladiators, you know, do they deserve the lead here at this point? Because Carnage getting a little bit lucky, but I mean that comes down to Gladiators not punishing those defensive mistakes, and it will be Charm now actually. Maybe look for a double, not going to find it though, so Vector will find that clear. Carnage leading by 1. Gladiators have just over 2 minutes left to find goal 2.
2 looming. Where's it going to come in the form of? As Charm is looking for the shot on. A great touch from Lovely Cans to knock it away. Serves fully off the back, looking for the double tap, and he finds it. this side of Carnage, they're number one for a reason. They're proving it to us right now. So with a great setup to himself, an even better finish. Nothing that Vector could do there, but just watch. What a nuts mechanical play from him. Just looking across the tally, he's only 3 shots for Carnage, but they've scored all 3 of those shots. Gladiators has had 7, yet they aren't able to capitalize. I mean, what a talking point Brian put up, but Carnage have 100% shooting accuracy right now.
I mean, it's great from the Carnage side. You know, they're just showing you don't need this constant pressure to find these winning goals. In a matter of fact, in Gladiators, it's kind of a question of most of these shots are coming from the slippy defense from Carnage, but a great save. Friday, eventually it does go in, gets that second touch, and Gladiators, after their 9th shot, they find the second goal.
Yeah, finally getting one in. It was a great save from Charm, but Friday pre-flipped that second touch. I was able to find it into the back of the net, and that's put 1 goal closer to tying up this game. A minute 38 left now. Has Gladiators got it in them to do so? Friday now trying to do a bit of an aerial play, unable to find anything. His Vector's touch is going to be knocked forward. A bit of a double commit onto that ball is going to give Friday and Vector a bit of a chance to put a cross in. Lovely Count was a bit too far forward to find any sort of touch to it. Does try to find a 50-50, eventually leading to nothing. Vector now doesn't find that challenge. Friday, though, going to put the shot on. Does end up finishing it after a great bump coming out from Vector on that third man. I think it was on to Charm. A great bump it was indeed. It was just actually a disruptive play. It wasn't a bump, but it gives you Friday opportunity. And we are tied with a minute 16 seconds left.
They find themselves in that tied situation again from game number 1, but towards the very end, it was Carnage to take it away. But they've got a little bit more time here, maybe to even find this lead first. Will find a shot, but Surf will get another touch. Gladiators, it's all down to them. Vector with the shot off the post. Can it be finished? Lovely catch for the sweep, but what a save! Charm is just saving Carnage right now.
That was ridiculous save from him. He had to commit to it, and what a save, what a read. And that's put Carnage in a position to find a finish of their own, and it is Charm. Who else but him to come off the back of an absolutely audacious save? Send it right back down the other end of the field. A great setup from Strafe, but Charm's going to slot it in. There's a 4-3, and we're talking about gameplay. What a finish. We're talking about mentality. One way to crush your team is to make a ridiculous save and score on them imminently after, and that's exactly what Carnage have done. What a way to bounce back after that onslaught from the side of Gladiators. Lovely Kansas going to miss that touch towards goal. Let's going to follow it up of his own. Unable to find his touches. Now Serve's going to go down the field. Lovely Count's going to block out Charm's redirect. Vector's going to have a little bit of space here. Only 0 boost to work with though. Because now he's actually not going to be able to find his desperate touches. As Lovely Count's busy towards the centre. Serve's going to be there coming off the backboard. Clearance eventually falling in favour of them. But a great cut from Vector. The ball could bounce in, and Vector clutching it up for his team with just 15 seconds remaining. He's been able to slot it in and give Gladiators the lifeline they may need.
And Serve not quite being able to find Charm there on that left-hand side, but that is how you bring it back. And it will be Vector. Gladiators find their way back in. 15 seconds left on the clock. Vector with the 50, 0 boost to his name. They'll get to find the block in the corner now. Strafe gets past 2 now. Lovely Cans is got a good pop-up here, but will be challenged out by Serve. No one to challenge from the Gladiator side. 0 seconds approaching. 0-second goal maybe, but it will be saved from Serve. And we go to overtime.
I mean, what do you... I don't think we expected anything less from this game, the way it's kind of panned out. With these teams having opportunity, Cans now trying to find the flip reset, unable to do so. Charm's going to be there for the stop. But good demo from Vector onto Serve. It's going to open the back line. Vector's going to find the redirect, plays off the back ball, looking for a teammate, can't find it, and eventually Serve's clearance is going to be there. Charm going to take control of the ball, looking for the double tap, can't find the angle. Could have been a ridiculous sequence of events. It did eventually lead to no goal. Friday going back down the other end of the field. Charm can't get back in time this time. And it is going to be Gladiators taking game number 3. Putting themselves in a position to tie up this series going into game number 4. What a showing it's been.
Yeah, well, I mean, what a great clear from Vector. Friday with the finish. I was going to comment, You know, well, I mean, the game ended by that. I was going to comment how for Gladiators, their best chance to take a game is an overtime, because Carnage, I mean, they have an answer for everything against Gladiators, and overtime is where they need to find their wins. I mean, look how many shots Gladiators had. They had 17 shots, Hop, and Carnage only had 4 with 4 goals.
I mean, Carnage, I mean, it's all but impressive. I mean, what more could you say? Their capitalization has been absolutely freakish on the Carnage side. If you're Gladiators, you've got to be thinking, okay, we're finding ourselves with opportunities, we're finding ourselves with chances, but we aren't finding ourselves with any finishes whatsoever. And that is the concern. If Gladiators start capitalizing on their shots, capitalizing on their opportunities, that is when Carnage will start to really falter and worry. Gladiators were able to do it here. Granted, in I think a sloppier fashion than they would have liked, but going into game number 4, it's just such an imperative game for Gladiators. They win this, that catapults them up and knocks Carnage down. This is a really massive game here in terms of standings. Let's see how it all pans out.
Yeah, it's a big game indeed. Gladiators have the momentum, finding that game 3 victory in an overtime. The demo already comes out in the first 5 seconds. Carnage now looking to find the win in the series, but they're going to get through a tough opponent, which goes by the Gladiators. Not an easy team to beat. They may be in the mid-table, but this is what I love about this tier, Hop. You know, no matter the position, these teams are still strong and they can still compete against the top.
They really can, and I think if anybody who knows RSC and knows any of the players, they will be looking at this Gladiators roster and expecting big things to come. We've got champions on this roster. We've got, playoff finalists in this roster. And one of those finalists from last season, Vector, again, putting up the stats where need be. He's often known as a defender, but this series he's been an absolute goal-scoring machine. He puts the first one in for Gladiators, and that may well be what is needed, but they have to stay focused. They have to stay switched on. This side of Carnage often attack back with a lethal bite of their own. Strafe trying to pop it forward. Vector is going to be there, and the clearance is effective, but does push straight to serve. He's trying to find the fit reset. A good win from Lovely Cancer. It's going to give an opportunity, though, for the shot to go off, but a great save is going to come out from Friday. And they've been able to slow down the initial onslaught of pressure from Carnage. 2 risks do come out, uncharacteristic at this level. Serve is now going to go forward, trying to get it onto Lovely Cancer. It does go for a straight for the double tap, unable to find the touch. The charm shot is going to go wide, and Friday's going to find that clearance. Now it is Gladiators with a chance for a bit of offense.
You're going to take a hit from the backboard. Vector with a shot onto the backboard. It will be Charm first, though. Pops up in the air to Friday. He's going to give it away to Serve. Could make a pass here to Strafe, but Strafe is going to get a misflip. He is going to recover, but not be able to find the touch. Vector now in the corner. Plenty of boost. He's going to leave it for Lovely Cans instead. Could make a pass here from the corner. Will be a good 50. It's going to fall into the box, but Strafe will get that clear out. Vector with a shot of his own, but it will be a save from Serve. Carnage not letting the lead go to 2, but they've got plenty of time to score. We know the shooting percentage favors Carnage massively, so Gladiators aren't safe until the game's over.
Are not. Had a few more shots, though, on the side of Carnage for this time. The total they had in the previous game, but are yet to score. Vector getting 3 shots, scoring 1 of those. So capitalization in favor of Gladiators, doing exactly what we said on the casting desk needs to happen now. As we have put Friday bringing another bit of pressure on. Vector is there, plays it off the upright. Can't finish it. Goes for the fake. Can he pop it around? No, he can't. Could have been something ridiculous, but it was a right idea, I think, coming out from Lovely Cans. He was not in a position to find the finish. Lovely Cans is going to turn and find the finish of his own in midfield, though. Eventually rewarded with that second goal. Is now he cuts that midfield in half. And that is given this side of Gladiators a bit of a cushion here. Oh, they must not get complacent.
The cushion is there, and I do believe this is the longest time Gladiators have actually held a lead onto Carnage. So, throughout this series, they definitely have adapted to this Carnage side, and from that Game 3 victory, you can tell the momentum has shifted over in this game. They're finding that confidence, but they know Carnage aren't a team to mess around with, so they know it's not going to be easy. It will be a double commit on that backboard, but it's not going to be punished from the Carnage side. Just over 2 minutes ticking left on the clock. Carnage still not finding their first goal yet. Will be a demo from Vector, but no play will be found from it.
Really good job from Gladiators. Carnage, though, looking dangerous now as they're moving forward. Charm leading that attack. Lovely Kansas there, tried to find the flick, unable to do so. Invector's going to go well up in the air. Lovely Cans with the redirect off the backboard it goes. Can anyone there to follow it up? Friday tried to do so. Cans with a brilliant touch, but all three players of Gladiators are pushed up right now. I think rotations are going to come in, but the clearance a little bit wide for Charm. Cans had to get back for that touch, though. It was a great job in recuperating themselves as all three players committed to that attack on the side of Gladiators. Carnage unable to punish so far, as it is still Gladiators defense holding well and strong. Vector's going to knock it forward, try to look for the second touch. Serve going to be wise to it, as eventually Kansas is going to be there for his touch. It does clip the ceiling, but it's not too troubling for the side of Gladiators. Strafe now in the midfield, taking control, plays off the sidewall, looking for a teammate, unable to do so. Kansas is going to be there. Still the side of Carnage putting that pressure on, but we've seen how good the side of Gladiators defense is. They've been holding on so far. They've got that 2-goal cushion with a minute remaining. Time is on the side of Gladiators right now.
They've got 50 seconds left. 2-goal lead. Looking safer now, but Carnage, we've seen them, you know, whip out some mechanics out of nowhere, but it is going to go in. Lovely Cans finding that 3rd goal in that top corner. A great block there from Friday. Lovely Cans just finding that snipe, and that is how Gladiators find the 3-goal lead.
3-goal lead in the 42 seconds. As you said, Carnage can find a way back in, but it's looking perilously dangerous now. The time is ticking. Friday's just going to put it off the sidewall again. He's buying time for his team, and that is what I think the side of Gladiators will be doing, just killing the ball right now. Cans finds a nice pop of his own. He's just going to take it for a bit of an air dribble. Charm, though, with a nice cut there, could open some space up. Vector's going to be on the backboard. Cans just going to knock it down. 20 seconds and ticking. If we can hear the countdown of the Gladiators coach there, just counting the clock down in his head. Serve now going to put it long and high. Going to go off the backboard, looking for a teammate. Unable to find it. Serve is there. They've got a goal in, but with 7 seconds, unless a kickoff goal happens, I don't see the comeback coming to any fruition. And I think what we're seeing on our hands right now, Bella, is a tie between the Carnage roster and, I mean, what a performance.
It's a great performance. It most likely will end in a draw, but, you know, we saw Charm somehow zoom back in the defense, so, I mean, you never know. They might find a way to find 2 goals, but, well, it's impossible now as we do hit 0 seconds, but what a series this has been. There we go. It touches the ground. Gladiators find the comeback in the draw. And I mean, even though
everyone in high school doubted me, woke up to a text, said they're proud of me. Everyone in high school doubted me, woke up to a track, now they're proud of me. Everyone in high school doubted me, woke up to a text, said they're proud of me. Woke up to a text, say they're proud of me.